Hi, I'm Kerry. I'm the host of Best of Us Investors. The last two videos I've done have been kind of focusing on my investment strategy and my philosophy about investing. I don't play the short game. I don't go up against Wall Street. I play my own game. The first one was basically, it said, buy these 6 stocks and go on vacation for 5 years. And that's my conviction that 50% of your portfolio should be in safe money. And to a lot of people, that's CDs or bonds. To me, that's, it's Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and NVIDIA. That's my safe money. I'll put half of my portfolio, actually it's over half, in there and let it ride. I believe they have the data, they have the knowledge, they have the talent, and they have the money to be major players in whatever happens in the future. So that's where my safe money goes. Then I did a video just yesterday more about finding the next Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. I believe that the world, the markets, change relative to events. And the biggest events that have happened or will happen is medical revolution, which has been brought about by the COVID virus. I believe the next one is the bringing back the supply chain to the United States. And that's going to involve robotics and 3D printing. And then I believe the next one in line is the metaverse. But what I want to focus on today is that genome therapy, genome sequencing. In yesterday's video, I gave you my list of the people that I believe are the next Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. And I gave you the names of Jennifer Doudna, Emmanuel Carpentier, Frank Zhang, and George Church. And then I gave you the companies that they are invested in or that they are part of that I think are going to change the medical world, particularly towards genome inherited diseases. And that would include heart disease, Parkinson's, cancer, Alzheimer's, those genome inadequacies in your body that can be extracted, and you and your future world will not have that. That's all driven by change. And again, to substantiate that, take a look at this chart here. And this is something I've built on my own, which basically says, if you can see the change coming, such as the digital revolution, the e-commerce revolution, the social media, the electric vehicle, and now whatever is going to happen as a result of the coronavirus and big data and healthcare, if you can see that change, identify the facilitators, the people, and I just gave them to you, that are going to make that change, and then identify the companies that are there, you can make a lot of money. So what I want to do then in this video is attach a value. Attach a value, a present value and a future value to the 5 companies that I think are going to change your life. That's what we're going to talk about in this video, and I'm sure we're going to talk about it in a lot of videos because I'm not really playing the short game. I want to focus in on where I'm going to make the big money, knowing that 50% of my portfolio is in safe money. That's what we're going to talk about today. This is not financial advice. I hope you'll read it as financial education, and you'll want to be a part of it and subscribe to this channel, and you'll want anybody that you love or even care about to know about it, so you'll share this channel with them to say, hey, particularly if you're older and you have some young people that you want to get knowledgeable on the stock market, because this is going to be bigger than the digital revolution, and they've got time. So they can dollar cost average into these stocks and make a ton of money. So this is not financial advice. Let's get that out of the way.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
Okay, what I wanted to do was basically give you an idea and give myself an idea of what is the value of these stocks. What is the value of CRISPR, Caribou, Editis, Intella, and Beam? What is the value today, and what is the future value? And how do we determine future value? Well, I think we determine by setting a value on something that we know and understand, or gaining that an understanding of that value. And then if this happens, if we can take these genomic diseases out of our body, how is that valued against something that we understand the value of? And what I have chosen is Tesla and Apple. We know what their value is. We know what their market cap is. We can know what the current market cap of CRISPR, Caribou, Editis, Nutella, and Beam are. We know what their current value is. How, if in fact they achieve what we think they're going to achieve, how does that relate to Tesla's value? How does it relate to Apple's value? So I created this spreadsheet, and I want to share this spreadsheet with you. So here it is. Take a look at it. And you can see Tesla's current market value is roughly $1.1 trillion. Apple's market value is roughly $2.8 trillion. All of these five stocks have a total market value of $24 billion. Okay, so their value compared to, and the next part of the chart shows Tesla's value is 45.6x relative to these five stocks. So if these five stocks do in fact become the stocks that take the diseases out of our body, are they equivalent? Will they be equivalent to the value of Tesla? So will they then grow by 45x and have an equivalent value of 1.1 trillion? Or would they be more valued like Apple, which would give them a 116x? So their value would go from 24 billion to 2.8 trillion. Okay, and then what I've done is said, okay, relative to those multiples of 45.6 and their current price, CRISPR's price would go from $75 a share to $3,423 a share. See that on the chart there? And Nutella's, which is at $112, would go to $5,112. Now, let's say again, what I'm saying is, okay, but wait, let's just say that no, it's equivalent to Apple's value, okay? And now CRISPR's value goes from $75 to $8,714. Are you following me here? And Nutella's goes from 112 to 13,012. Now, these might not be accurate, and some of these stocks might not succeed, but I think what I'm saying is the value of this therapy, of this change to our world, is certainly equal or greater than the value of Tesla, and certainly equal and greater than the value of Apple. So then I went and said, okay, as I've shared with you before, these are the number of shares that I own, and this is their current value based upon their current market price. But if they get the 45x, this is the value of their stock, of my stock in each one of them, for an equivalent of, if they're worth what Apple is today, in the future, they're worth $6.3 billion. No, $6.36 million. That's what my 139,000 will turn in. If, on the other hand, they're as valuable as Apple, my portfolio of those will grow from 139 to 16 million. So that was the question I was asking myself. And then I got to thinking, okay, what would they be worth to me? And the 1,632 people whose loved ones will die today, just in the United States, from cancer, what would they be worth to me? I lost my mother to cancer when I was 8 years old. What would it be worth to me to have had her in my life since I was 8 years old? What would it be worth to me to have my daughter in my life, who died on December the 26th, 2014? What would it be worth to me to have her in my life these past 7 years? Would it be worth an iPhone? Would it be worth 500 iPhones? What would it be worth? I put not a 45x, which would value it to me as much as a Tesla. I put it not at the 116x, which would put it valued to me as an iPhone. I just came up with a number of 250. I think that's what it would be worth to me. So I see my portfolio of genome sequencing or genome therapy stocks not going from 139,000, but to $34.8 million. Because I think that's what the technology, the science that these people hold is worth to me. Now, what I'm asking you is, what is it worth to you? Do you have anybody who has died or is in the process of dying from cancer, from Alzheimer's, from heart disease? What would it be worth to you if again, would it be worth 250 iPhones? They go for what, about $1,000 a piece? Would it be worth $250,000 to you to have your loved one stay with you, or your own life? So put a value on it, and then go into the comments, and all I want you to do is put some number X, and let's find out. Let's collectively find out, what is this technology worth? And if in fact collectively we can find, I've given you the 5 companies I think that it's going to be, and I've got some others that I'm watching. I've got some that aren't public yet. But these are the leaders. These are the people who have been working the last 20 years to make this happen. And these are the ones I think are going to make it happen in the next 5 years. Maybe it's 10 years. I really don't care. I really don't care. That money is allocated. It's going to stay there. And I'm going to cash in on it. And I'm going to change my life, if I live long enough, my children's lives, my grandchildren's lives, my great-great-grandchildren's lives, because I found the next Bill Gates. I found the next Elon Musk. I know who they are. I know what's going to happen. I look at my chart and I see that the money is coming to finance this tech. That's the only issue. Is the money there to finance this technology? It's coming. And am I in the right stocks to make it happen? And what I want for you, it's very simple. I want to make you a multi-millionaire. And if you'll do this, all I want you to do is decide in the next 5, 10, to 10 years. How many millions of dollars do you want? How many do you want? And then you need to scrape up enough to get the multiple, whatever the multiple you decide on it, whether it's 45, or whether it's 116, or if it's 250. Decide how many millions of dollars you want. Divide it by the multiple that you think it's going to get, and all you got to do is scrape up that money. Go to your grandfather. Say, hey, Poppy, I've found a way to make a $34 million. I need $139,000 today to do it. It's that simple. It's as simple as if you went to your grandfather in 1989 and says, let me tell you about this guy by the name of Bill Gates and this other guy by the name of Steve Jobs. We need to invest in their companies. Same thing, just a different day and a different opportunity. Okay, I think this is marvelous. If you'd like a copy of this spreadsheet, go to this link here. I know it's pretty long and it's kind of hard to come up with, but under the description, you're going to see that same link. And then, again, I think what I just told you about is an investment opportunity of a lifetime. Do not keep it to yourself. Share it with anybody and everybody that you care about, and particularly the people that you love, because this is the investment opportunity of a lifetime. Again, if you don't believe it, ask the question, what is it worth to eliminate cancer, Alzheimer's, heart disease from my bloodline, so that nobody with my last name or a derivative, because our daughters change our last, what would it be worth to take that out of my bloodline? Okay? I think this is crazy wonderful. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. I really would love to see 1 million subscribers to this channel, that I could help 1 million people change their life and the lives of their families, because I honestly believe in what I just told you. You tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.